Hi everyone, I want to welcome you guys back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a one brand tutorial slash review, and on today's little review thing it's going to be on the brand called Makeup Revolution. I've gotten a chance to look at some of this stuff when I was in Texas recently, and I didn't want to get stuff just yet. I wanted to wait till I got a chance to sit down and go over it and go through it all. I'm going to be talking about the products that I use as I apply them, and I'm going to be applying them how I would apply my everyday makeup, like how I would just normally apply makeup. Now, some of this stuff I've gotten before, and I think I've gotten one of their little setting powders, but I got a color that was just a little too light. It was called Ghost, which that right there should have said something to me. It was just way too white, and I like to use the setting powders to bake. I've always been the type of person that bakes their under eye. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and go in and get this started. So for the eyes, I usually like to use a concealer as an eye primer. These are their concealers, which they look really, really good. I've heard a lot of great things about them, and I've actually been wanting to try them for a long time. So I think I'm gonna use C3. I'm just gonna dab some of this on my eyelids like I normally would. And then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm going to dab that all over the rest of the eye. So for the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be going in with the 24 karat gold chocolate eyeshadow palette. Let me take this out of the box real quick. I'm just gonna throw that over there. This looks amazing. Like, hold on. Ooh, that looks beautiful. And if this eyeshadow doesn't work out, this would be a beautiful piece to put on your makeup table. You can use it as decoration. It's just so pretty. So I try to look at all the eyeshadows before I buy them. Whoa! That was the sponge applicator, which I'm not going to use anyways. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of really nice, warm, neutral colors, which is really what I gravitate towards when I'm looking for palettes. A couple of shadows. There's like a green one right here that is calling my name. Like, I want to use this one. These shades up here would be really good, like everyday looks. I like that shade. There's a lot of good workable shades in here, so I think we're gonna have plenty of looks to do in this palette. I'm gonna take this brown color first, and I'm just going to pack it right here in the crease of the lid. I'm going to put it right here. I'm gonna pack it right there. This is going to be our transition color. So far, dipping into these shadows with my brush, I find that they're very, very smooth. Like, they're very smooth to put my brush in. I don't see a lot of fallout. There's not a lot of fallout from dipping my brush in. So far, it looks pretty good. This is a light shade, so I don't expect a lot of pigment because it's not a very bright shade. If I was using like bright colors, then I would expect a lot, but browns and neutral colors, I don't really expect a lot. So then I'm going to be taking a blending brush, and I'm just going to blend the top of that up close to my eyebrow, but not all the way up here. I'm just going to blend it like right about here. See how these blend. I think I'm going to put a little bit more on just to kind of get the maximum color. think I'm going to be taking this darker brown color. And I think I'm going to take the same brush I used the first time to pack it on. Just gonna go in there. And I'm just going to stick it right on the crease again. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my blending brush and blend that out into the other color. A little thing I'm noticing for this eyeshadow is that right here there's like a line where the shadows have, I guess, gathered. I don't really know. It's bothering me a little bit, but I don't really find it that deal breaking. I just find it a little annoying because I don't usually like the lines that stay there. That makes me very iffy, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to blend it away as best as I can, but I'm not finding it going anywhere. I guess we'll just move on to the next color. So that's a little deal breaker right there. I don't really like that line. And I tried to blend it out as best as I can, but then I find like I feel like I'm going to blend all the shadows away. And then I'm going to take this black color right here, and then I'm going to stick it like right here in the corners of my eyes. The black is a little chalky. It's not very pigmented, which I guess isn't a bad thing for some people, but for me, when I want to use a black, I want it pretty pigmented, especially if I'm going to blend it into the brown shades. That looks weird at first, but I'm going to blend that. Yeah, the black isn't very pigmented. It's very like chalky and lacks a lot of pigment. But if I'm just going to blend it, I guess it doesn't really matter. But if you're someone who really wants like their eyeshadows pigmented, then I probably wouldn't go for this palette. So I'm just going to blend that real quick. So far that's what we have right now, and then I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to be taking that green color that I wanted to use, and just like I would any other shimmer shade, because it's a shimmer shade, I'm going to pack this color on my brush, and then I'm going to wet my brush with some setting spray just to see what it does. I'm going to spray this real quick. Excess off, and then I'm just going to go in and pat it in the middle right here. So that green blended really nicely. It did just what like any other shadow that I've used before, especially with the setting spray technique. It went on really nice. I really like it actually. It's not bad. It kind of came out more of like a brownish green. It looks a little bit more green in the palette, but so far it doesn't look bad. I think I'm gonna take this color right here and just do the same thing, but I'm just gonna add it right here in the middle and just strictly keep it like right here on the bottom of the lid. So far with these shadows, I found the darkest brown was the hardest to blend into the other shadow, but other than that, it's not that bad. It's not a deal breaker for me. If it's a deal breaker for anybody else, then I wouldn't recommend this palette, but I really like it. Let's see, we're gonna do foundation. I grabbed some of their foundation sticks. They don't have a liquid foundation, and I'm not really a big fan of foundation sticks, but I will give them a chance. And these are the Fast Base Stick Foundations in F4 and F2, because I wasn't sure what shade I was going to need. So I think I'm going to mix the colors because they're both pretty close to my skin tone, and I'll just mix them together. See how they look. What is this one? This one's F4. This one's F2. So I'm just gonna go and like swipe. Swipe where I need coverage. It's definitely right here. So that was the F4. Then I'm gonna take. See, that doesn't look too bad. At first, when I first got them, it looked like they weren't going to be my skin shade, but so far it looks pretty good. Put a light one. Oh yeah, you can see a difference now. Down here. On the mustache. I don't really have a mustache, but so I'm not really sure how to blend these out because, like I said, I don't like using foundation sticks. So I brought an e.l.f. blending brush, and I haven't used this one in a long time because I haven't really needed it. I've been pretty dedicated to my beauty blender, but we'll give this a try. I have this on hand just in case. I think I'm gonna spray my brush a little bit just to kind of let the foundation run over nicely, and then I'm just gonna go in and like blend. So far with that foundation, it looks really good. I found that trying to blend out with the foundation brush was a little bit difficult, and I ended up just going in with my beauty blender to kind of smooth out any of the lines from the brush. I found like when I was going in circular motions that there was a lot of streaking, like the brush was like dragging the foundation. So I guess to avoid that, you can just go in with your beauty blender and kind of pat it all out and blend it. But so far the coverage looks really, really good. It is really creamy, and I have combination skin, so I either have oily skin or dry skin. It's like a combination of different types of oils depending on the season. But I feel if you have oily skin, this might not be good for your skin. you might not like this. You might find yourself trying to reapply, or it's just not cooperating with you. But so far it looks really, really nice. The coverage I would say is medium. I wouldn't call this full coverage or sheer. I still find that I need to go in like down on my chin with some concealer, which is not a big deal, but so far I kind of like this. But we'll do a wear test as well. I'll be checking in later on to see how it worked out. Next, I'll be going in with the concealers, like I showed you earlier. I think I'm going to use C3 to kind of like color correct on my face, and then I'll be taking the C1, which is a bright shade, to kind of brighten. So take that there. Put on all of the red spots, all of the discoloration. You might hear a little baby because little baby's in here. He found his way in. And then I'm going to take that C1 concealer. I'm going to take that C1 concealer and then just use it where I brighten my face. It smells good. I think it smells like lemons. I don't know if that's the foundation or what that is, but it smells really, really good. And then I'm going to blend that out like I normally do with concealer.
No, Hi.
Hello. No. Liam.
Duck.
Go play. Go get your toys. No. Brush. Yep, thank you. No. So what I like about this concealer is that it's very true to its claim of being full coverage. The only thing I don't like about it is that when I applied it, I found that it dried fast and it was hard to blend out once it dried. So I think what I'm going to do is, instead of putting it all over where I want, I'm going to just put it in one section, one at a time. Next, I'm going to be using their Luxury Baking Powder in Lace. I've gotten a powder like this, but it's in Ghost, and it's way too white, so I'm going to give this one a chance and see how it works out. After using this powder, I found that it was a lot better than the first one that I have. Not only does it match my skin color, but I find it to be more blendable because it wasn't so white. The only problem I have with this setting powder is the fact that it is really, really dry, and I find it already starting to make underneath my eyes crease. I have like a line right here. It's not very good at blending. It kind of, wherever you stick it is where it sticks. And I find that really frustrating. Next, I'm going to be taking the, what's it called? Next, I'm going to be taking the Ultra Contour Palette. And let me get out of the box. I should probably take it out of the box before I even mention it. Fuck it. Just rip the box. Next, I'm going to be taking the Makeup Revolution Contour Palette. And let's see what it looks like. It looks really nice. So it's a very basic contour palette, nothing special. The only thing cool about this is that it has two little highlighting shades right here. So if you don't want to get a bunch of highlighters or you're tight on money, this would be a really good like all-in-one type of palette. So I think I'm going to be taking this color right here and I'm going to contour my nose real quick. And it's a little bit darker than my Hoola bronzer, so I'm just going to very lightly contour my nose. And then I'm going to take, what brush do I want to take? I think I'm going to take this round fluffy brush with that same color that I used for my contour. I'm going to start carving out my cheeks. Let's see how this goes. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. That's kind of making me a little mad. Okay, hold on. I need to change my brush. Okay, so I think I saved myself. As you saw in the beginning when I used that first brush, I think this brush is a little too dense to do that. So if you're going to be using this contour, I noticed that it's a little bit hard to blend out just a little bit. And I don't really know if that's from the foundation underneath it, but I was able to save it with a little bit, with a fluffier brush. This is a little bit fluffier than that first one I used, but I was able to kind of like buff out that mark, that little C mark that was there. That really scared me. I was scared we were gonna have an issue, but so far it's blending out really nice. I'm gonna add a little bit more right here, but I'm gonna be very, very careful because that was really scary. And then I'm just gonna do my forehead. So with an angle brush, I'm going to be using this for a deeper contour. That way I can blend in that deep color. yeah, so far I like it. And then I'm going to take a large fluffy brush without any product. I'm just going to go and blend any harsh spots away. That way it's all blended together. Make sure it's all good. And next I'm going to be taking the Golden Sugar 2 Rose Gold Blush Palette, which when I first looked at this was really intense. They're really shimmery. I don't know how I feel about them. I don't know. There is 2 matte shades, which I guess that's why it's called the Rose Gold Blush Palette, but I didn't really expect them to be shimmery. Like they have, let me swatch them. Like they have a shimmer to them, which is weird. I guess if you're gonna go for a glowy look blush, I want these 2. There we go. Yeah, they have a shimmer to them, which not a big deal sometimes, but if you're someone who doesn't want a shimmery blush, I wouldn't get this palette. But they do have 2 matte shades, which they're coming off as browns on here, but this is like a little, like a dark pink mauve, and this one's like a light pink, but they're both like mauve colors. Which one? I don't know which one I want to take. Like I'm very overwhelmed by. I think I'm going to take this light pink one. It's not showing up very shimmery. Maybe it's just an overspray of that shimmer, but we'll see. I'm not seeing any color. That's not good. Maybe it's my brush. I usually don't use that brush. Oh, it's going. A little bit's coming up. Not a lot. That's good. The blush is very, very faint. Like it's very light. Even just by digging my brush in there, it's very, very subtle. Which is not bad because usually some days I like a subtle blush look, but today I kind of want it, and it's not showing up very shimmery like it looks. It's showing up very, very smooth. There is a little bit of shimmer, but it's not shimmer. It's more of just like a glow, which I kind of like. I'm kind of digging that. I think I'm gonna take this one underneath it, which has got a peach tone to it, but it's showing up as like a dark color. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't like this blush. I'm gonna go in that top corner one because we're just adding shimmer to. Oh, what the? Okay, yeah, I don't like these blushes right off the bat. Like I'm not digging it because not only did it add just a big blob of shimmer right here. That's not really what I wanted. I wanted a blush, and now I'm having a heart attack and I'm trying to figure out how to make that go away without rubbing all my makeup off. So this palette so far, it's a I don't really know how to feel about it. The matte shades on the side I really like. I don't know just yet how I feel. I think once we go throughout the day and wear it a little bit longer and keep trying it, we'll see. I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel. So I applied my eyebrows and my eyelashes off camera because that's the one thing I did not find the first time when I was ordering the makeup. Makeup Revolution does have eyebrow products, but I didn't see them at the time that I was ordering my stuff. It wasn't until after I had already ordered it that I found it. But if I had realized that before I bought it, I would have gotten the pomade that they have. I just use Anastasia Beverly Hills all my eyebrows, and then I have Ardell wispy lashes on. Next I'm going to be taking the highlighters. I have one highlighter that I got that is the Vivid Baked highlighter. I'm opening it up, and this is what it looks like. It's a very champagne color with like a little pink reflect. I'm going to swatch it. Find the best way. It's very, very subtle, which I like in case, oh wait, you can't even see that. Hold on. Let's go. I'm going to put it right here. So that's it right there. very, very pretty. And then I got something for free. It was like a gift with, like, if you bought $15 worth of Makeup Revolution, then you got this free highlighter. Next I'm going to be doing my lips, and I'm just going to line my lips with one of my lip liners that I have, and this one's from L'Oreal, and then I'm going to be using their lipsticks in the shade Chauffeur, and then this is just a really pretty like mauve pink. Nothing crazy, nothing special, just a nice mauve pink. So I just sprayed my face with some setting spray. What time is it now? It is 2:38 p.m. I'm gonna go the rest of my day, do what I need to do around the house, take care of the kids, make some snacks for them, and later on today, hello. Shh. And later on today, I will check in with you guys to see how it all held up. So far, it looks really nice. There's a little bit of gathering right here with the foundation, and then right here, it's almost like the concealer just came off when I was blending.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Everything else looks really good. The contour went on really nice. The highlighters were really nice. I think my lighting is not really cooperating right now, so that's why you can't really see the highlight, but it looks really good. I bet in the sunlight it'll look nice, but we can check in. I will check in with you guys later. So I'm back. I'm checking in. It is now 9:28 p.m. I just got the kids to sleep. I basically just went about my day after doing my makeup. I hung out with the kids. I cleaned up around the house. I do have to say the foundation held up really nice. As I'm looking at it right here, where I'm really greasy, where I get really oily like throughout the day. Let's see if I can move in closer without making it look really scary. Focus. As you can see right here, I'm really oily, which is not too bad. I normally do that with foundations anyways, no matter what. I can say I didn't really set there very heavily like I normally do, so this is pretty good that it was able to hold. As you can see, I can just wipe away that grease and it just wipes all the foundation away. But other than that, everywhere else held up really nice. I actually really like that foundation. Underneath my eyes, as soon as I blended that brown shade when I was doing my makeup, I noticed that the concealer was starting to flake away right here. So I do see some creasing. I don't know if you can tell. Right here where all of it's flaked away, and then on the same side right here. So I think next time I'll have to go in and set a little bit harder. I was too nervous. Usually when I get new setting powders, it takes me a while to actually get used to using them. So I don't know. I really liked it. The only thing I didn't like about this collection is the, what's it called? The Golden Sugar 2 Rose Gold Blush Palette. I found that these colors were very hard to work with. These colors, when I went back to fix the little mistake that I made when I used, what was it, this color? When I used that color on this side to add some blush, I found it very shimmery. I normally don't like my blushes to be shimmery, so this is something that I probably won't reach for. I like palettes where I can utilize all the colors, and I don't think I'll be able to utilize this palette very much with just using these. This color wasn't so bad. This color wasn't so bad, but all the other ones are really, really shimmery. Like, I swatched them on the back of my hand. They are just crazy shimmery. I will use it as a highlight palette, but I don't find myself wanting to reach for it as a blush palette. I will say my two favorite things are the eyeshadow palette right here. This was really, really nice. There was very, very nice colors. The colors that I did use I found were to be really pigmented and really blendable. As you can see, my eyes look really, really good after today. Like, there's very little creasing right here. I don't see a lot of creasing on this eye. And usually at the end of the day, I find my eyes getting really oily around here no matter what I do. But it looks really good. I really like this eyeshadow palette. And then my second favorite was the contour palette. I really like that there's a good shade range that I can reach for. I don't have to have individual bronzers or contour compacts. I can just have it in one nice big palette. I didn't get to use these highlighters, but I will definitely try to use those in the future to show you guys what they can do. But so far, I really liked the things that I tried today. I'm ready to take my makeup off. I'm ready to take a shower. The lipstick also, I tried their lipstick. Let me whip it out here. This was the lipstick that I tried, and this is in shade Chauffeur. And it was just a really nice mauve pink color. It was really, really nice. It was very, very comfortable. It obviously did fade away because I ate today and I was drinking drinks, obviously. But it was very comfortable. I felt like chapstick almost. Like, I forgot that I had lipstick on my lips. It was just very comfortable to wear. It was a beautiful color. I took selfies today after I did my makeup and it looked amazing. I didn't touch up any at all today because I wanted to just let my makeup set and do what it needed to do and just show me the flaws, show me the pros and cons. But other than that, I really, really love this collection. I would like to try more. Now that I know what some of the products can do, I'm not really scared to go out and try the products. So let me know down below if there's any other makeup brands you would like me to try. Like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram page. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.